Morning, welcome to Manic fishing. Well, it is freezing, so I've just come out today. Let's get my gloves on. Just really to have a mess about. I'm just on a little reef now, having loads of technical problems. Can't get my remote to work, but anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flick over this reef, and then I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have a couple of hours. This time 2 years ago I hit a load of spurdogs, so I'm going to have a go for them today. They'll either be here or they won't. So let's have a drift over this reef, have a little muck about here. We're not hardly moving, so I'll push myself in the middle of it, just have a look. Got a really light lure on. We'll just have a go. I'm just going to go down with this little drift shad. I'll be honest, I could use my lighter rod, but it's so cold I can't be asked to mess about really. This will be fine with this. As I say, we're barely moving in this tide, so we'll have a look. You sort of have a plan. I was going to go straight out to a wreck and hit it with a slow jig, and I thought, oh no, I'll try here, but if we're not going to move, I'll go straight to this wreck and bomb a slow jig down. It barely looks like we're moving here. I don't think we'll see the dogs much today. 23 degrees in there. Let's just have a look to see what the tide's doing. Yeah, so we're virtually on slack water now. So yeah, so my intentions, it's it's not a massive tide, it's just about right really. I'm going to go and anchor up. I've got like a hole and it's like on some rough ground, so I'm going to anchor on that and have a try for these spurdogs. As I say, the 1st of December 2 years ago I caught them. I had about 14 of them, so not very big, you know, sort of up to 12 pound, but that's lovely. So I've just pushed myself in a little bit further. You can see a few fish here I'm marking. So I don't know what they are, might be herring. I'm a bit worried about my camera. It was all frosted up this morning. I can't get it in there properly, so a bit worried about that. So we had a try for a few herrings in the last video. I expect that's what they are. Yeah, it's really foggy. I think I'll have to stick my AIS on. Mind you, I've got a Echo Max radar reflector up on there, and that lights me up like a tanker, so anybody can see me. Yeah, I'm showing quite a few fish at the top, but I think they are I think they're herring. It's always worth having a try on these little reefs, you know. You might snarl a bass. Just being aware of other boats around me. So the visibilities, you've got a good, I don't know, 200, 300 metres. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot on here. Right, so I've just got myself out to this wreck. It makes you laugh. The weather says it's supposed to be flat calm, and it's quite rocky today. But so what I'll do is I can see roughly where we're drifting. I'll get round. I think I'll go down with a jig to start with. So let's get myself round. and this isn't too far from where I want to be anchoring, so it's worth trying here till the tide picks up, and then I'll chuck the pick in. I got Manx Bell over there. Right, and I'm right on top of it. So I'm going to go down with this Lemon Savage gear. Alright, I don't like that to start with, so let's go this side. I'll say there's not a lot of fish out on these wrecks, but it's worth a shot, you know. And we're in 60 foot of water. Showing a couple of fish on the end, but not many. Right, so let's go down with a slow jig. It's got to go this side. Very tough this time of year, wreck fishing. I mean, I don't think I would have done because of this fog, but I could have bombed right out today. But so I'm going to try for these spur dog. Showing a couple of fish down there. Oh, there's a few now. So I made last minute plans last night. I had no intentions of coming out today, but I thought, yeah, 10:30 last night, I got the bait out and thought, yeah, let's go for it. I knew John would be out. I'm going to anchor up with him today and hopefully get a few scent trails down. And if the spur dogs are running, hopefully we'll hit a few. And hopefully not too many dogfish. Oh dear, very cold. Right, what I'll do is I'm going to go down with a Manic. It's a little bit easier to control down here. We're moving a little bit. I'll keep this one set up, but we'll go down with a Manic. Let's put this one here. So I'm going to put an 8 ounce on because I've got that slightly heavier rod. Everything's cold and awkward, but there you go, at least we're out fishing. Right, let's get back round. Right, so I'm going down with the Manic. I've got 8 ounce lead on this, so it's going down lovely. Right, I'm on the bottom. Yeah, it's just a bit easier to do it the conventional way. Cover more ground and it's not quite so grueling. Just coming off the back edge now. Nothing that time. Right, let's get back round. Oh yeah, oh no, had a little take then. Huh. That's a shame. Well, I'm going to try one more drift over here. John's just going to put the anchor in where he is, so I'll let him get settled first, and then I'll anchor near him, you know, so we're fishing together. Makes it a bit more fun. Yeah, he's got 4 anglers on there, so at least it's going to be, you know, 4 baits of mine. A bit of scent trail. Well, not a lot on here. It was definitely worth a try though, you know, until we started moving. Yeah, let's come up. Right, so I've just put the anchor in, and we're, you know, wherever we really need to be now. So we just have a go. So what I'm going to do, I'll try and keep it a little bit simple on this 12 to 20. I'm going to use, this is almost, I suppose, a little bit like a tope rig really, about 5-6 foot long. Got a green muppet on it, 10-0 coxswain roll, and I'm going to chuck like a reasonable size mackerel down. I've just got frozen mackerel today. Probably get away with a 12-ounce lead. So I'm just going to leave this boom on. You could have put a slightly smaller one on, but this will do for what I want today. And I'm going to use, where is it? I'm going to use this, a 12-ounce, like a tombstone lead. I think this should be fine. Right, so let's get the bait prepared. Oh dear. Alright, let's get Matt's knife. As I said, I don't know if this is still frozen because I didn't make a decision until last night, about 10 o'clock, that I was coming here, so they're still a bit frozen. So these ones are still, I think these have been soaking in oil. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a reasonable size one down. So I'm just going to do the head. I will open it up a bit. So it's a bit of a flapper. And we seem to be holding perfect there. So yeah, again under the chin. And out through its head, like that. Let's get the first one down. Oh dear. As I say, they're either going to be here or they're not, the spur dogs. Let's hope so. Yeah, we're holding lovely. John's gone slightly over to another bank, but if he does any good, I'm sure he'll tell me, and vice versa. So I think I'll put this one in here. Now, so all I got is mackerel. I didn't bring any squid or anything. So I'm going to put my uptide one down, I think. Where is it? Yeah. I've got one of these match rods on order. There's only one left in the country, and I'm going to get that. I'm going to put my 5000 Shimano on it. After that little trip out with John, it's intrigued me, you know, for scratching and just general fishing. As I say, it's all new to me, but I'm interested to learn. I know they were doing that. Dave Torres was doing well with it. So this is just literally what we got here then. Let's have a look. Gives me a couple of options. Oh, my fingers are freezing. Don't want to be tying too many knots today. So I've got like a little 4-0 on the bottom there. That's where my leg clips. Oh, this is just a single trace. Oh, this will do. This will do me. So I've got a nice wire boom, and it looks like my lines are going that way, so I'm going to cast it up there. I've got a wire. Where is it? So I'm going to put this down. like a 6-ounce wire lead. That'll do me okay, fine, I think. And then what I'm going to do with this, I think I'm going to try and get a fillet out of this. Let's cut his tail off. Let's go down like this. It's nice when it's frozen because at least it'll stay together. So I'm just going to put that on there. So if I go through that sinew, that'll hold that quite nicely. Just pull that over the hook so it holds it there, and I think that'll be fine like that. There might be some rays here, but we just hook it over the wire of that. It's so cold I can't. Right, that's it. No, it's not going to stay. Oh well, let's just cast it out. So just a simple boom. Let's get over here. So I got the 3 rods out. Just going to check this bait on this one. I thought there was something strange going on. I think I got both my lines. So, blimey, chaos. I think I got something on my uptide rod. So I've just sort of dropped the bait size down a little bit. So I've got something on this. Not quite sure what it is. So I've not got a massive hook on this, only a 4.0, but so getting the leader in. Oh, I've got a nice fish. So that's nice on the uptide. Oh, great. Jesus. So I just dropped him. Oh no. Oh, what a shame. So I think that was a spur dog. Oh dear. Oh well. That was a nice size, but there you go. It is what it is. I should have netted it. Famous last words. But anyway, let's get another bait down. At least we ain't blanked. There you go. As soon as you start eating, you'll get a bite. Typical. I just washed all my hands. I just had a little inquiry on there and that rod. So I'm not going to turn it down. I'm just kicking myself about not netting that fish. Gutted. Gutted. Stupid schoolboy error. Oh well. Both the downtide rods are knocking a bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little bit of lime. Just slacking it off a bit. And what I'm doing is with the uptide one, I'm fishing to the clock, so I'll give that another 5 minutes and then check that one. Come out, you. The one that got away. Devastated. Would have been nice to know what it was. I was hoping it's a spur dog. I couldn't really see, I'll be honest. I mean, that's what I was more looking at instead of getting the net down. Silly. Right, I'm going to check this rod. No, it's a job to tell because you've got a pound of lead on. tide's ripping. Feels like something. Lovely dogfish. Well, I'll be honest with you, if I can get it in the boat, it'll be a bonus because it's the first fish today. That's the trouble when you're dropping your baits down. You're going to get these. Unfortunately, greedy bugger. Well, at least I got the hook out. Right, so let's just whack this back over. I wouldn't believe he took that 8-0 hook. So I'm going through that sinewy bit and then pulling it over the top of that hook to hold it. So it, see, it won't slip back down then. So it feels like there is something on here, but I'm not sure. So it's quite hard to tell when you've got a pound of lead on, but hopefully not another dogfish. If it is anything substantial, I'm going to get the net this time. Feels quite nice. Not pumping like that last one was on the uptide rod. It certainly feels better. Sure, it's not a dogfish. Let's hope it's a spur dog. Oh dear, no, it is a dogfish. Oh well, a spinning dogfish. Trouble when the old tide rips a bit, they spin in the tide and feel a bit bigger. Oh, come here. There you go. Well, at least he's nicely lipped hooked. So, well, actually, that is not a bad size whiting. That's quite a nice size whiting, that. So, yeah, quite pleased with that. That's quite nice. I'll let him go. I don't keep fish, so I'll let him go. I'll just get a couple of photos. Right, so I'm just starting to get a bite on this back rod now. So I'm just holding it slightly to feel it as I go. Obviously I lost the audio on this part, which was the most crucial part, as you'll see in a minute. Right, so I'm just literally got my finger on the spool, just holding it, doing this sort of dog and bone affair. Obviously I lost that one to the boat, so I want to make sure I get this, and it definitely looked like a spur dog bite. So I'm just feeling it and doing that sort of dog a bone affair, lifting it up slightly, just feeling it as it goes before I strike. There you go, you could see the tap then. So I've hit into it and I'm actually, it's on and it feels nice. Yeah, that's definitely a spur dog. So I'm just being very gentle with it, allowing the fish to take line if it wants to. You can see that rod bending in two. That's a 12 to 20. That rod, it's a Kenzaki. So it's fighting well. I've got this on this is on an 8-0 Coxswain Raw hook, about a 6 foot long trace with a green muppet, and on here I've got a flapper. You can see that fighting like mad. So I'm just being very, very careful with it, don't want to lose this fish. There, I don't know, you should be able to see it in a minute. Yeah, just really being as careful as I can, and the tide's moving reasonably fast, so I've got to obviously watch that I'm not going to get round my engine with it, because once they start to see the light, these fish, they fight like mad. Now I'm just on the lead there, you should see the fish in a minute. There it is there, it's an absolute beauty. You see it fighting round. Typical spur dog. So I've got to try now. I'm not going to do the same mistake I did before. So I'm going to try and net this. But as you can see, I've got the rod caught round my life jacket. You'll see that in a minute. So I'm just trying to get the line. And obviously it's a 6-foot tray, so it's quite hard to get. We got Skip looking over the side. Just don't want to lose this fish because the tide's moving quite fast, the net's wrapping up, so I'm having a bit of problems here, and I don't want to lift this fish in, so I'm going to try and hand line it now to the boat and try and net it that way. Look, I've got the rod caught through me life jacket, everything's going pear-shaped. That's where I lost my audio, where I knocked my mic stand out. So I'm going to try and pull it closer and get the net underneath it. As I said, it's very hard on my own. The gunnels on this boat are quite high, and it was quite hard to get in the net. But as you can see in a minute, still trying to get it in there. It's gone slightly under the boat. So I've gone the net up tide now, and just trying to scoop the tail of it in. Pip's come out to have a look, and there you go. I've got it, and that is an absolute stonker. And that's the biggest spur dog that I've ever had, and I'm not sure of the weight of it. Perhaps you could tell me what you think, but I mean, I don't know. I spoke to someone earlier and they said, yeah, blimey, that's a good 15 to 17 pound. I felt it. I've had pollock close to 20, and it certainly felt around about that. But I'm not going to put a number on it. I don't really care. It's a fantastic fish. You know, that's what it's all about. It's just nice going out there, targeting the fish that you, catching the fish that you're targeting, and that's what it was all about for me. So it's quite hooked nicely, so I'm just getting that hook out of it now. Absolutely quality fish. Now I've got something on my uptide rod. Don't know what this is. Feels pretty dogfishy. But as I said, after catching that, I didn't really care. So let's have a look. Just coming in now. And, oh my God. Not another dogfish. Look, you can see Skip knows what it is. But there you go. That's a bit of a byproduct. But still, it's all good, you know. Really pleased with it. Right, I'm starting to get a bite on this one. Looks pretty spur doggy, but I don't want to tempt it, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of line. Just got my thumb on the spool. Just sort of that dog and bone affair, you know. Hopefully it is a spur dog and not a dogfish, please. As I said, I was devastated when I lost that first one, but I made up with that. At least I've got one now. Proves they're here. So yeah, getting a bite here now. I'm just going to give it a little bit of line. And set it back down again. Hopefully that'll... If it taps again, I reckon it's on there, but I don't want to strike it too soon. So I'm still fishing to the clock with the uptider. So I've got another, say, 10 minutes sort of every 15-20 minutes I'll bring that one in, because you can't always see the bites on that, you know, because I've got paid out a lot of line. So it feels like something's on there, but it's not a spur dog, I'm sure. It's not kicking. It is a dog, not the dog I wanted. There you go, everybody's favourite. Luckily they don't swallow it down too bad, so you can get that hook out okay. Right, I think I'll check this one. Well, it does feel like there's something on here, but like I say, I've got a pound of lead on here. Doesn't feel spur doggy. It's doggy, certainly doggy. But the wrong sort of dog. Would you believe that? That's a 8.0 meat hook that's taken. Cool, it'd be nice to get a couple more couple more spur dogs. Well, it's only early, so if I look on this, on these HDSs, if I go into this info button here, this will tell me the tide. So at 14:08, that is high water. So I've got another good hour of this flood tide left. So cut myself. So yeah, I'll just ride it out, fish this one tide, and see how I'm getting on. I'll give John a call, I think, see how he's doing. So I think I'm getting a knock on that up tide. I can just see that. Yeah, look, there you go. So while the camera's on, so you've got loads of line out there until you get to the lead. Once I get there, so I'll give it a little strike. So I'm just starting to take the weight now. Oh, what it is, bigger dogfish. This is a dogfish rod today. Nicely hooked, but not what we want. You get down, you. So I'm not even going to elasticate this up. I'm just going to fire this out as it is. Make sure that's tightened. Yep. Yeah, I think tightening that spool up has definitely stopped that overrun. And then when it's down there, I can just loosen it off so it takes it easy in the tide, you know. Right, come on Spurs, let's have you. So getting a bite on this rod here. I think it's on, but don't feel like it's pumping much. A pumping dogfish. Oh, he's just let go. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? So let's get a bait ready. Get one prepared. So all I'm really, what I seem to have been having the success on is just these these sides, you know, the fillets. And whether it has anything to do with it or not, I don't know, but these have been soaking in some holy mackerel oil that I've had for a long time. So that's all I'm doing. As I said, they're still partly frozen. So let's give this uptide one a wind in. So I've got my bait ready. All I've got to do is pin it on. Probably another dogfish. This is the dogfish rod. Oh dear. Oh Lord. Dogfish king. So at least they're nicely hooked. Don't take too much to get rid of them. So through there, through that sinewy bit, and then what I do is I pull that over the hook eye. See, so that holds it, and then just go back through. This is quite a long shank hook, really. This, I was hoping to get a ray, but see, look, that holds itself, so that's not going anywhere. The uptide in. I'm not getting that successful at it, and I just when I think I cracked it, I go and do something like that. Oh well. I'll wait until I get my Artico, and I'm going to go out with John and Dave Torres and do an uptide video like I promised you. But I will take that one and try it. But I'm pretty sold on this way that they do it, across the tide and sort of under flick it. It's awesome, and the rigs that they make up, they don't seem to tangle. I mean, I was flicking it out, you'll see the video previous to this one, and it was sort of bunching, but when I was flicking it out, but they weren't tangling. It's the way that they do, you know, there is a science in it. But I don't think it'll stop you catching dogfish, because we certainly caught a few of them. Right, let's give it another, we'll give it another 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a wrap. I'll pull this anchor up, and then I'm going to bomb in. But stay tuned, big spurs coming. Yeah, so we're starting to move around in the tide now, so I'll be honest with you, I'm happy as Larry, you know. I'm just really pleased that they've shown up again. So, you know, perhaps the next day I go out, I'll come here and try this again, because as I said, there's literally bugger all on the wrecks. Yeah, look, it stripped my bait, that one. There's literally nothing on the wreck, so it's a waste of time, unless you're going to go miles and miles, and I was going to do that today, but I'll be honest with you, the conditions, it was foggy, even though I'm radared up and everything else and AIS, it's still not, it's not worth risking it. And the thing is I could go 30 odd mile and there not be any fish there. So it was a gamble, you know, to do this, but at least it's proved they're there. And I'll be honest with you, that was a cracking, I don't like blowing my own trumpet, but that was a cracking spur dog, that, and the one I got to the boat. Hopefully you'll see that on this video, but no, I mean, that was a corker. That, I don't know what it went, but that was nice. You know, you'd like to get a tope that size, let alone a spur dog. So look, yeah, both bare hooks. Right, I'm going to get the anchor in and bomb in. Thanks for watching. At the end of the video, you'll see another video. That one might be as good as this one. So watch that one, and then you'll see my Manic fishing logo. Hit that logo, please. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks everybody who's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe, and it really means the world to me. Helps the channel out. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.